Hey, good morning. In this walk and talk, we're talking about saying no to violence. We're talking about how to stop violence. When I use the word violence, I'm talking about hurting someone. I'm not talking about self-defense. Self-defense is very appropriate as long as it's reasonable self-defense. But how do you stop violence? How do you say no to it? How do you become a person who's non-violent? There's a verse in the Bible that gives us several insights. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 6. The second half of it says, "The mouth of the wicked conceals violence." The mouth of the wicked conceals violence. In other words, to stop violence, you have to, the physical violent behavior, to stop it, you have to back up and examine the words. The mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So I'm going to make a couple of suggestions. If you want to stop violent behavior, number one, recognize that you have to examine the words being used. So words express ideas. And the verse is saying the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So the words, are they wicked or are they kind? Are the words that are coming out of your mouth or someone else's mouth wicked, evil, or are they kind, helpful? So words can be helpful or words can be hurtful. In this walk and talk, I'm encouraging you to examine your vocabulary. Examine your speech. From your vocabulary, you will identify the ideas or the philosophy that's driving the violent behavior. The Bible is simply saying that evil or wickedness is expressed in words through your mouth. And from your mouth, which was driven by a wicked ideology, your behavior becomes violent. So violence is tied to your words and to your wicked or evil philosophy. Some practical suggestions. Your vocabulary needs to change. So move from, if you want to stop violence, move from a wicked vocabulary, wicked speech, to a positive, a good, or a correct, or a righteous speech. As a matter of fact, in Proverbs chapter 10, the verse says, blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So in Proverbs chapter 10, verse 6, you have a statement that says, blessed are the head of the righteous, and then immediately the Bible says, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So righteous words become a reflection of a philosophy that is healthy, that is good, that is kind. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. Healthy words or right words become helpful. Unhealthy or wicked words become violent. So your vocabulary, the words you choose to express, will show you what's going on philosophically, your worldview. A simple suggestion: change your vocabulary. If you want to stop violence, if you want to stop being abusive, if you have anger issues, your words, the vocabulary that you're using to express yourself, reveal wickedness. So violence is tied to wicked words. And these wicked words show a philosophy, a worldview, such as hate, or you're not loving, or you're not kind. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. Use words that are correct, that are right. Righteousness means words that God approves. Or let me say it a different way. Righteousness are words and expressions that Jesus would give. Use a vocabulary honoring to Jesus. Don't get caught up in the culture of wicked words or violent words. The rhetoric that people will use is abusive. Examine your words, examine your vocabulary. Create a vocabulary that is positive, helpful, kind, gracious, respectful, mercy-filled. Use a vocabulary, pick words, use words in your conversation that are kind or gentle. Use words that show a Jesus philosophy. If you want to stop violence, if you want to stop anger, change your vocabulary. Vocabulary, a wicked vocabulary, leads to violence. That's what the Bible is saying. But the mouth of the wicked, the words of the wicked, conceals violence. So there's these ideas, these philosophy that's going on inside your mind. It may be a poorly developed philosophy or frustration or understanding of life. And these words get caught up in the sewer. They get caught up in what the Bible is calling wicked. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. Use Jesus' words to express your kindness, your love. Jesus is known for unconditional love. Jesus is not known for violence. He's not known for hate. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk, change your vocabulary. Use words that are Jesus words. Examine your vocabulary. Let me give you another practical suggestion. Pick words, select words before you say them. In other words, you may be speaking too quick. If you want to stop violence, select words. In other words, filter. Don't let a word come out of your mouth that is not cross-examined. Simply evaluate. Again, your vocabulary needs to be selected. That requires an analysis. Is that the right word? Is that the appropriate word? Is that word expressing what needs to be said? Many times in conversation, we are flippant. We say things without evaluation. Select your words before you say them. Evaluate. Don't let the words come out of your mouth quickly. Listen. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk that many times we have challenges in communication. Many times it's difficult to communicate just simply because we're randomly and without evaluation saying things that we regret or we didn't mean or we wish we could say something different. Let me give you another practical suggestion. So remember your words, the vocabulary should be Jesus vocabulary. And then second suggested, select. Evaluate your words before they come out. Another suggestion. Note that the Bible is saying that the wicked words conceal violence. So take the word conceal, and I'm simply going to suggest to you, dig deep. What is being concealed? So in your speech, in your conversation, when you select a word, is something covered up? Is there a feeling? Is there an old wound? Is there a hurt? Is there something in your life that is creating bitterness or resentment? Is there a frustration? I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk, if you want to stop violence, pull back. Pull back the curtain on your pain. What is it that's concealed, that's irritating, frustrating, that's become resentful? In other words, there are triggers. There's deep pain that probably everybody has in one way or another, and it's concealed. The text is simply saying that the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. So you may not know, even yourself, you may not know. Something deep inside of you, it's concealed, it's covered up. Uncover what's the frustration. Uncover the root. Uncover the deeper issues that's causing this resentment, this frustration. Remember that resentment and frustration. Remember that if somebody has done you wrong, it's easy to want revenge. It's easy to want to get even. If somebody has done something bad to you, that hurt can stay and linger for years. Don't let it hide in your heart. Let it out. Go deep. Dig deep. What's hurting? What's frustrating? Don't let it be concealed. Many of us go through life regretting, resenting. Many people go through life with hidden anger. I'm encouraging you that as you're walking through life, you may find something triggers you and you snap because something has been concealed. Something has been covered up. Something needs to be surfaced. Something needs to be revealed. Dig into your own psyche. What's really bothering you? What's hurting? Don't let wickedness or anger or unforgiveness stay hidden, because it will turn to wickedness. If you're angry at anything, give it to God. I think that wickedness is often partnered or rooted in revenge. Anger and wickedness is an attempt to either get even or make things right. Don't go through life playing with the wicked. Don't go through life letting wicked things or things that have happened to you irritate, frustrate, make you bitter. Allow it to be identified. And that can only happen when you do your own self-reflection. Let me give you a suggestion. To conceal something is to cover it up. To reveal something is to uncover it. How do you do that? Many times our anger issues are not seen, we're not aware, and you have to uncover them. How do you do that? I think that the one of the best ways to do that is honest introspection. Just simply say to yourself, what's bothering me? Why am I upset? What did I just feel? And dig deep. Pull the outer onion skin off and go deeper. And it may be something that somebody told you. Identify what they said, and then answer the question, have you forgiven? Have you given that wrong to God? Remember that the Bible says vengeance belongs to God, not you and me. Give it to God. The best justice comes from God. Man's justice, as we see all across America and the world, man's justice is filled with injustices. Mankind is constantly messing things up. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk. If you want to stop violence, make sure that you can identify your vocabulary and you go and uproot any invisible, unknown wounds, hurts, offenses, things that people have wronged you, and make sure that you're not bitter. And how do you do that? You peel the onion of your thoughts. You peel that onion skin layer by layer, and you just keep asking, why? Why do I have those feelings? And at some point, the answer is always, I've not forgiven, or I've not given revenge to God, or I've not given that bitterness to God. Remember, the Bible says there's a peace that passes all understanding. If you want to enjoy peace, you got to work with God. And God is bigger, smarter, more powerful than you will ever be, than I will ever be. And God gets the perfect revenge for you. He gets the perfect justice. You may not know, I may not know what it is, but violence is not the answer. Anger is not the answer. Bitterness and resentment is never the answer. I'm encouraging you in this walk and talk that you can say no to your own violence. You can say no to anger and bitterness and resentful. Just simply watch your vocabulary. Select Jesus' vocabulary. Make sure that the words are inspected, evaluated before you say them. And remember that there's junk concealed in every one of us. Bitterness, wounds that have not properly healed. Sometimes that's referred to as trauma, trauma that has not been properly cared for. It surfaces with triggers and resentment and anger. I'm encouraging you to identify deep inside of you the wounds, the hurt, the pain, whether it's malicious or not, whatever perceived injustices you have, peel back the onion, identify them, and have a talk with God. Yield, give, offer forgiveness. Let God do justice God's way. In this walk and talk, I'm encouraging you. I'm encouraging me. No violence. You can stop violence. Proverbs chapter 10, verse 6 says, blessings are on the head of the righteous, but the mouth of the wicked conceals violence. I'm encouraging you to choose Jesus-like words. Get rid of what's hurting inside of you and go from wicked to the righteousness of Jesus and do good. Do what Jesus did on this earth 2,000 years ago. Christmas is on us. It's the whole month of December. We celebrate Christmas as a reminder that 2,000 years ago, the Son of God was born. And I'm encouraging you, put your faith in the greatest gift ever, Jesus. You're invited to worship with us every Sunday at First Baptist Church of Tempe, 4525 South McClintock. Call the church office if we can help you, 480-839-0926. You can check out the church's website, fbc-tempe.org. Call the church, send us an email, ask for one of the pastors to give you some guidance if you need that. It's a great day to be kind, to be like Jesus, to live with the ideas, the philosophy, the values of Jesus. Have a great day. It's a chilly morning in Mesa, Arizona. It's about 6:56, and I think it's around 38, 39 degrees. Have a great one. Blessings on you.